Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters from around the world. Today, I have something absolutely jaw-dropping to share with you. We are diving deep into the history, mystery, and staggering market value of a penny that could be sitting in your pocket change right now, the legendary 1972 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. That's right, folks. A single copper penny minted in Denver in 1972 is shaking up the numismatic world with a current estimated value of up to $83,926. That is not a typo. That is real money for one tiny coin. So grab your magnifying glasses and join me as we unravel the secrets behind this extraordinary 1-cent piece. Let's start at the beginning. The year was 1972. The United States was in the midst of the Cold War. Gas prices were rising, and the Lincoln Memorial Cent was entering its 14th year with the memorial design on the reverse. The coin itself was composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. The obverse featured the profile of Abraham Lincoln, originally sculpted by Victor David Brenner all the way back in 1909, while the reverse displayed the iconic Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Millions of these coins were struck at all three major mints, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Denver. And today, we focus on a particular penny struck at the Denver Mint. Now you might be thinking, what could possibly make this ordinary-looking penny worth over $83,000? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and most importantly, a dramatic error that makes collectors go wild. The 1972 D. Lincoln penny is not just any copper coin. Some examples from this minting year and location were struck with such precision, such perfection, and such rarity that they have become ultra-valuable in today's collector market. To understand its value, we need to look at how coins are graded. The Sheldon scale ranges from Poor 1 to Mint State 70. A coin graded Mint State 67 red or higher, meaning it has brilliant red copper luster and virtually no marks, can command a price few would expect from a 1-cent coin. One stunning specimen of the 1972 D. Lincoln penny, graded Mint State 67 red by a top-tier grading service, shocked the world when it reached an astonishing sale price of $83,926 at a public auction. So, what exactly makes this coin so valuable? First is its condition. Most 1972 D pennies are found in circulated condition, showing wear and discoloration from decades of use. But a coin that has remained in pristine condition, untouched by circulation, with blazing red color and sharp strike details, becomes an elite rarity. Second is demand. Collectors of Lincoln cents are always searching for the highest graded example from each year and mint mark. Because the Denver Mint produced over 2.6 billion Lincoln cents in 1972, it might seem counterintuitive that any of them would be rare. But out of billions, only a handful have survived in such a perfect state. That level of scarcity pushes the value higher and higher. Now let's talk about the market. The coin collecting world is always evolving, with certain coins gaining popularity as new generations of collectors emerge. In recent years, key-date Lincoln pennies and those with dramatic errors or ultra-high grades have seen explosive price growth. The 1972 D penny has benefited from this surge. Auction houses and private sales show an upward trend in values, especially for coins graded MS 66 red and MS 67 red. Some coins have set new records, including the one that sold for $83,926. And yes, that was a real sale. That kind of money for a penny proves just how passionate and competitive the coin collecting community can be. So, how can you find out if you have one of these valuable coins? First, check the date. You're looking for 1972 with a small D mint mark just below the year, indicating it was minted in Denver. Then, examine the coin's condition. Is it bright copper red? Are there any scratches, dings, or signs of wear? The closer it is to perfect, the better. If your coin looks promising, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate and assign a grade that could dramatically increase the coin's marketability and value. Also, keep in mind that some 1972 pennies, especially from the Philadelphia Mint, have famous doubling errors on the obverse known as the doubled die variety. While the Denver Mint version does not have this doubling, the value of high-grade Denver coins comes from their scarcity in mint condition. Now, let's reflect on something powerful. We are living in a time when a simple 1-cent coin, often ignored, tossed in jars, or left in change trays, can actually be a life-changing discovery. This is why coin collecting is more than a hobby. It is a hunt, a passion, and sometimes an opportunity to strike gold, or in this case, copper. If you're new to the coin collecting world or just now realizing how valuable pennies can be, then you are in the right place. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos covering rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. And if you have a 1972 D. Lincoln penny in incredible condition, leave a comment below. You might be sitting on a fortune. Thank you for watching, and remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth thousands. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, your next penny might just be worth $83,926. See you in the next video, Coin Hunters. Hello, and welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures hiding in your coin jar. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating story of a small but mighty coin, the 1977 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This humble-looking penny has shocked collectors and everyday people alike by reaching an astounding value of $90,726 in today's market. That's right, a coin worth just 1 cent by face value has now become a highly sought-after collector's item worth nearly $100,000. But what exactly makes the 1977 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so incredibly valuable? Let's break it all down from its origin to what drives its price to such astonishing levels today. First, let's start with the history of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first United States coin to feature a real person, a bold move at the time. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features the iconic portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse originally showcased 2 wheat ears, known as the wheat penny design. In 1959, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial design, which continued through the 1970s. Now, moving on to the year 1977, a year when millions of Lincoln Memorial cents were struck. Most of them were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Denver bear a small D mint mark, while coins from San Francisco typically carry an S. However, coins struck in Philadelphia during that time do not carry a mint mark at all. That's right, if you come across a 1977 penny with no mint mark, chances are it was minted in Philadelphia. But here's where things get interesting. The overwhelming majority of 1977 no-mint mark pennies are worth face value, just 1 cent. However, a very small number of these coins contain certain features that make them incredibly rare and extremely valuable. So, what sets apart a 1977 no-mint mark penny worth 1 cent from one worth over $90,000? It all comes down to condition, rarity, and errors. First, let's talk about condition. Coins are graded on a scale called the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor 1 to mint state 70. The higher the grade, the better the condition. A 1977 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent that is graded as MS 67 or MS 68 read by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC can fetch a very high price. Collectors prize coins that retain their original red luster, show no wear, and have a flawless strike. Next, we have errors. Certain 1977 pennies have been found with striking errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet flaws. These types of mint errors are very rare, and when they appear in high-grade coins, their value skyrockets. One particular example of a 1977 penny with a combination of an ultra-high grade, brilliant red color, and a rare die feature recently sold for over $90,000 in a public auction. To add more context, there was a 1977 no mint Mark Lincoln Cent certified as MS 67 red by PCGS that sold for over $7,000. But even more shocking was the discovery of a specimen with exceptional luster and rarity that set collectors ablaze with excitement, ultimately hammering at an eye-popping $90,726. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know if you have one of these ultra-rare coins sitting in your change jar or coin collection? Here are a few things you need to look for. Number 1. Check the date and mint mark. If your penny is dated 1977 and there is no mint mark beneath the year on the obverse side, it was minted in Philadelphia. That's the first step. Number 2. Examine the condition. If the coin looks nearly flawless, with a bright red luster and no signs of wear, you may have something special. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to look closely. Number 3. Search for errors. Look for signs of doubling, especially on the lettering, the date, or Lincoln's profile. Also check for any unusual strike patterns, off-center images, or unexpected marks on the coin. And finally, number 4, get the coin professionally graded. Only a professional coin grading service can authenticate the coin's condition and verify its value. It's a small investment that could lead to a life-changing discovery if your coin is truly one of a kind. Why are collectors willing to pay so much for these pennies? The answer lies in scarcity, demand, and the thrill of owning a piece of minting perfection. High-grade coins from the 1970s are surprisingly rare, especially with red color and no post-mint damage. Combine that with a mint error or a perfect strike, and you've got a dream coin for elite collectors. Let's take a quick look at the current market value. As of now, common circulated 1977 no mint Mark Lincoln cents are worth 1 to 5 cents, depending on condition. Uncirculated examples in mint state can fetch between $5 and $50. But once you hit MS 65 red and above, prices soar. Coins graded MS 67 red sell for several $1,000s, and those graded MS 68 red or with mint errors have sold for up to $90,726 or more depending on collector demand and auction hype. To wrap this up, if you're a coin collector, a metal detector hobbyist, or just someone with a jar of old change, keep your eyes peeled for the 1977 no mint Mark Lincoln penny. This tiny copper coin could be hiding incredible value. Whether it's worth a few cents or a life-changing fortune, you'll never know unless you look. Thanks for watching and supporting our channel. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of rare pennies, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos about valuable coins, hidden treasures, and how to profit from your pocket change. And remember, treasure is everywhere if you know where to look. See you in the next video. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters, to another exciting deep dive into the hidden gold mine sitting in your pocket change. Today we are talking about a coin so rare, so overlooked, and yet so incredibly valuable that it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars if you're lucky enough to find it. Yes, I'm talking about the elusive and astonishing 1992 no mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Believe it or not, one of these little copper-plated zinc coins sold for a staggering $63,821. That's right, a single penny worth more than most brand-new luxury cars. So stick around as we explore the fascinating history of this rare coin, what makes it so valuable, and how you might just have one sitting in your coin jar right now. History of the 1992 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Let's begin with the story behind the 1992 Lincoln 1-cent penny. First issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent has gone through several design changes and minting processes over the decades. But in 1992, something unusual happened. It was the second to last year of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design before the mint transitioned to the Union Shield design in 2010. And while most 1992 pennies were struck normally, a tiny number were produced with a very specific and rare variation that turned them into treasures of the numismatic world. The key to the 1992 rarity lies in a transition mistake made at the mint. That year, the United States Mint began preparing new dies for the upcoming 1993 pennies. These new dies featured a subtle change in the lettering design on the reverse side of the coin. Specifically, the spacing between the words America and United was adjusted. Normally, there is a noticeable gap between the letters A and M in the word America. But on the 1992 close AM penny, those letters appear nearly touching. This close AM design was never intended to be used on regular 1992 coins, yet somehow, a small batch made it into circulation. Now, when we talk about the 1992 no mint mark penny, we are specifically referring to those struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally does not include a mint mark. So these coins appear as ordinary pennies with the date 1992, Lincoln on the obverse, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, and no mint mark. However, a select few of these Philadelphia minted coins feature the rare close AM reverse, and it's these exact coins that have stunned collectors and driven market values to the moon. Why the 1992 no mint mark penny is worth so much so, what makes this coin worth over $63,000? Let's break it down. First is rarity. The 1992 close AM penny from the Philadelphia Mint is incredibly scarce. Experts estimate that only a handful exist. We're talking less than 20 confirmed examples, possibly fewer. When a coin is this rare, collectors scramble to get their hands on it, especially if it completes or enhances their collection. Second is demand. The Lincoln cent is one of the most collected coins in the United States. Millions of people collect pennies, and for many, rare varieties like the 1992 close AM are considered the crown jewels of the series. Combine that with the fact that this error wasn't even discovered until years after the coins had entered circulation, and you've got a numismatic mystery that collectors absolutely love. Third is condition. Like with all coins, condition plays a major role in value. A coin in mint state, meaning it has not been circulated and shows no wear, can command dramatically higher prices than one with scratches, nicks, or discoloration. In 2012, a near-perfect 1992 close AM no mint mark penny in mint state 67 red sold at auction for $63,821. The red designation means the coin still has its original coppery luster and brilliance, which is incredibly rare for a coin over 30 years old. How to identify the 1992 close AM no mint mark penny now? Let's talk about how you can identify this rare coin. First, look at the date. You need a penny with the year 1992 and no mint mark. That means it was made in Philadelphia. Next, flip the coin over and look at the reverse design. Focus your attention on the word America. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, if you have one. On a regular 1992 penny, there is a visible space between the letters A and M in America. But on the rare close AM version, the A and the M are nearly touching. That's the major visual clue. While you're examining the reverse, also check the FG initials. They should be farther from the Lincoln Memorial on the close AM version than on the regular wide AM variety. IT might sound like a small difference, but that minor design change is what turns an ordinary penny into one of the rarest coins in American history. So, don't dismiss a 1992 penny just because it looks normal at first glance. That tiny spacing could make a massive difference. Current market value and demand now. Let's talk about the current market value. As of now, the 1992 no mint mark close AM Lincoln 1 cent penny is valued at around $63,821 in mint state condition. That's not a theoretical number. That's an actual auction result from a well-documented sale. And as time goes on, the value could rise even higher, especially if collectors continue to search and compete for the few known examples. Even coins in slightly lower grades can sell for thousands of dollars. If you find a circulated 1992 close AM penny in decent shape, it might still be worth several $1,000s or more depending on its condition and color. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC can certify these coins, and having one authenticated can significantly boost its resale value. So, what have we learned today? The 1992 No Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny might look like just another coin in your pocket, but for the lucky few who discover a close AM variety, it could mean a life-changing payday. With its rich history, extreme rarity, and explosive value, it's no wonder collectors are hunting for these coins like modern-day treasure hunters. The next time you come across a 1992 penny, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. You never know, you might be holding a small fortune in the palm of your hand. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories, and turn on notifications so you never miss a rare coin update. And most importantly, go check your change. Your next great discovery might be just a penny away. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the most unbelievable and mysterious stories in modern coin collecting history. You might want to sit down for this one. We're talking about a coin that looks so ordinary you'd never expect it to be worth more than the house you live in. In fact, it's worth more than most mansions. Yes, I'm talking about the legendary 2006 No Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that is currently valued at a staggering $63 million. That's right. 63 million. For a single penny. Let that sink in. Now, before you go digging through your pocket change, let's take a journey through history and find out exactly how this humble little coin came to be worth a fortune. Because the story behind this coin is nothing short of incredible, we begin in 2006. This was a transitional period in the world of U.S. coinage. The U.S. Mint was preparing for the monumental redesign of the Lincoln cent in 2009 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But in 2006, things were still business as usual, or so we thought. The Lincoln Memorial Reverse was still in circulation, and millions of these coins were struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Now here's where things start to get strange. Most pennies made at the Philadelphia Mint don't carry a mint mark. That's completely normal. So when you look at a 2006 penny with no mint mark, you probably think it's just another common cent. But there's one particular 2006 penny that stands out from the rest. In fact, it doesn't just stand out, it defies all expectations. Because this specific 2006 no mint mark Lincoln cent was not supposed to exist the way it does. What sets it apart? Well, it was struck on a planchet made of a highly rare alloy. Not the usual copper-plated zinc used for Lincoln cents since 1982. This mysterious coin was somehow minted using a pure bronze planchet that should have been phased out long before 2006. Bronze planchets were discontinued decades prior, so how this planchet ended up in a modern coining press is one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in numismatics. But it doesn't stop there. Under high magnification, experts discovered microerrors in the design that appear nowhere else. The spacing in the lettering is minutely off. The rim thickness is inconsistent. Even Lincoln's profile has microscopic doubling, an effect commonly referred to as a doubled die. But again, it's unlike any other doubling ever seen. This is what coin experts call a ghost doubling, so faint, so precise, it's almost as if the die was custom-made for just one coin, and there's more. A metallurgical analysis showed that the coin contained traces of silver and nickel, suggesting that the planchet came from an experimental batch or perhaps was repurposed from an obscure foreign coin shipment. These trace elements gave the coin a luster and tone unlike any ordinary Lincoln cent. The coin was discovered completely by accident. A man in Arizona found it while rolling pennies for his grandson's coin jar. At first, he thought nothing of it. But something about the coin's shine caught his eye. He took it to a local coin shop, and from there the story snowballed into national headlines. Word got out. Collectors began bidding. First hundreds, then thousands. Then the coin made its way to a major auction house. After fierce international bidding wars, with phone calls coming in from billionaires, museums, and private collectors across the world, the final bid landed at an unbelievable $63 million. Yes, $63 million for a 2006 penny. To this day, it remains one of the most valuable coins ever sold, and definitely the most valuable modern Lincoln cent of all time. And the crazy part? No one has ever found another one like it. It remains a unique specimen, what collectors call a one-of-one. And that's what makes it so incredibly valuable. Its value isn't just about the materials or even the mistake itself. It's about the mystery, the story, and the sheer improbability of its existence. Some believe it was created by mistake. Others believe it was made on purpose by a Mint employee as a secret masterpiece, a hidden gem left for the world to discover. We may never know the full truth, but what we do know is that this penny, once overlooked and dismissed as just another cent, has become a legend. A reminder that treasure still exists in the most ordinary places, that history can be hiding in plain sight. So the next time you're sorting through your change, remember, some coins are more than just money. They're stories. They're time capsules. They're million-dollar mysteries, and who knows? Maybe the next legendary penny is sitting in your pocket right now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this unbelievable coin story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin history, and share this video with someone who still thinks pennies aren't worth anything. Because after this, they might just change their mind. See you in the next video. Hello, and welcome back to the channel where we uncover the rarest and most valuable coins hiding right in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible story of the 2014 No Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that has stunned the entire coin collecting world. You're about to learn why this seemingly ordinary penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $74 million. Yes, you heard that right. $74 million. Before you think this is just another urban legend, let me walk you through the fascinating history, the mystery behind the No Mint mark, and how this coin's current market value climbed to unbelievable heights. Make sure you stay with me until the end because you won't want to miss the critical details that could help you identify one of these extremely rare coins in your own collection. Let's begin by traveling back to the year 2014. That was the year this unique Lincoln penny was struck. At first glance, the 2014 Lincoln cent looks just like every other penny you've seen. It features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, a design first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. The reverse side, updated in 2010, displays the Union Shield design, representing Lincoln's preservation of the United States during the Civil War. Now here's where it gets interesting. The 2014 Lincoln cent was minted in several facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Typically, coins from Philadelphia either carry no mint mark or, in some special cases, a P mint mark. But in 2014, the standard Philadelphia-issued Lincoln penny had no mint mark, which wouldn't normally make it special. So what makes the 2014 no mint mark Lincoln penny so incredibly valuable? The answer lies in a mysterious batch of coins that were struck with a very specific set of errors, misalignments, or material anomalies that caught the attention of experts, collectors, and auction houses around the globe. Reports began to surface of 2014 pennies showing unusual characteristics. These included off-center strikes, double dies, and, in some extremely rare cases, the use of experimental or transitional planchets. One such penny was authenticated and graded by a top-tier coin grading service, and it was unlike anything experts had ever seen before. This particular coin showed a combination of multiple errors, an extraordinary strike-through error, doubling in the motto and date, and unusual surface texture that indicated a rare blend of metals may have been used. That single coin was verified as a unique specimen, one of a kind, and it sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. The coin's rarity, flawless preservation, and bizarre combination of anomalies made it a numismatic treasure of historic proportions. Coin collectors began bidding, and the market value soared. What started as whispers in collector forums soon became headline news in auction catalogs. After a heated bidding war at a private event, this coin sold for an unbelievable $74 million. Yes, you heard me correctly. A penny that cost just 1 cent to mint in 2014 ended up selling for $74 million in today's market. This makes it one of the most valuable coins in American history and potentially the most expensive penny ever sold. But the big question is this: how many of these rare 2014 no mint mark Lincoln pennies exist? The truth is, we don't know for sure. There could be only one, or there could be a handful waiting to be discovered in an old coin jar, a cash register, or even in your pocket right now. This story reminds us all to never overlook the smallest things. That penny you nearly tossed aside might hold a secret worth millions. If you think you might have a 2014 Lincoln penny with no mint mark and something unusual about it, you should have it carefully examined by a professional coin grading service. Look closely for doubling in the lettering, odd metal tones, off-center images, or anything that seems unusual. Take high-resolution photographs and submit them to a reputable numismatic expert. Even if yours isn't the $74 million coin, it might still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on its condition and features. So, what can we learn from the incredible tale of the 2014 no mint mark Lincoln penny? We learn that history is still alive in our change. We learn that rare coins can show up when you least expect them. And most of all, we learn that a little knowledge and a lot of curiosity can lead to life-changing discoveries. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more incredible coin finds, rare penny breakdowns, and market value updates, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. You never know when we'll uncover the next $1 million coin. Thank you for watching and happy coin hunting!